today, from Toronto, Canada, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Toronto Huskies taking on the New Orleans Saints.
EA Sports coverage of the National. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in Week 2.
They'll run on first down. Godwin. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back, and he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 40-yard punt, no return. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 17 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They're going to look to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Kamara with a carry there on first down as he works his way forward for a pickup of 4. Second and 6. And he fires one incomplete. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McBride. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And Thomas has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. He'll look to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points. If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that. Suck up on for the point after. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. His opening drive there last time out looked good for a while. The offense was on the move, but then the pick 6. They were clicking. He was looking good. And, you know, if this was a game played by real human beings, we could get an actual answer. These are virtual guys out there, so we don't know what's going to happen or what actually happened with the miscommunication on that one. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Running with Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They run. It's Kamara. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 6 catches, 85 yards, and a touchdown.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try to find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll drop to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Back to throw now on 1st down. Completes it to Fant on the right side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Officially. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that. Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Offside defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Coming left is Kamara. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's McBride. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a 1st down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Now Kamara. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Armstrong. And they'll get this down to the 10.
But he's certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Lutz good on the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Out comes Devontae Adams of the offense for their next drive. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the 2nd quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. 2nd and 5. Airing this one out for Evans. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Mike Evans. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Huskies are an extra point away from evening this one up.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Suck up for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. 3 yards the gain there, second down. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is hauled in by Matthews. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll look to throw again. That's caught once again by Gallup. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Armstrong. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And Matthews makes the grab. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. It's complete. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints have moved out in front. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. And that's complete to Adams. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this 1st half. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Saints to take over. They lead things here as they start 1st and 10, trying to get rid of that bad taste in their mouth from the loss last week to the Atlanta Falcons. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out. They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep, ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 37 yards on the punt with no return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. The throw over the middle, taken in. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Not what you wanted there, 3rd and 2.
And this is something you've worked on in practice from the time you were in training camp. Yet you still create your own mistakes.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. And here's Hofrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Joe Tryon gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Here's Bradley Pena now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game. Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They'll look to throw here on first down. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
Second and 12. They're going to look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Chris Godwin, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Huskies are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point try now for Succop. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Hands it off out of the gun. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his man complete. It's Phillips. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. So a change of possession here on the punt. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And touchdown! Chris Godwin, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Huskies have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And they will take a 7-point lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second and 4. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McBride.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Armstrong. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. On 2nd down now, it's Armstrong. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Armstrong. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw here. A throw over the middle taken in by Troutman. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Touchdown! That's caught. From 10 yards out. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Evans has it left side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Godwin. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. Godwin, and he'll work this one up to about the 38. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Demario Davis gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
Help me out, partner. Did they use up all their juice on 2nd down when they got the sack? Because on 3rd down, 0 pressure, all the time in the world, and he picks up the 1st down with that throw.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. He's got the hook up to Miller. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. They'll get this to Vaughn underneath. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Scotty Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Huskies answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Extra point put through by Succop, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by 7, 2:06 to play. They'll have one play, maybe two, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, complete. That's Armstrong. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that a free 15 yards.
And it's always a tough one as a defender because a lot of the penalties that you commit, pass interference, holding, when they happen, you actually know what you're doing. But a face mask penalty, a lot of times it's inadvertent, but it still costs you the same amount of yardage.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And this is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, you can see what they were trying to do, just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, that's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time of the game, I love the call. But here, you're not going to hold safeties, you're not going to hold corners with any looks because they know what the situation is, ends up throwing the interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Godwin. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Toronto, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
today. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Jets taking on the New England Patriots.
We're situated about 8 miles west of... the final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This is Tony Pollard. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. "13 yards remaining on second down. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A nice little juke. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Patriots take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. This defense for the Jets, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So still 14 yards to go, second down. They'll set up a throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Third down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And this is caught by Watkins. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. Now back to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. B.J. Hill in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Here's Braden Mann now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. New York ready to go again offensively. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jawan Bentley. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. In this play, he took them to the limits.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. These are his numbers from last week's contest.
Now you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw it right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
Back to throw now on first down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
We're scoreless after 1. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. This is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Now the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. New York's offense back out there and set to go. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Patriots to take over. They were losers to Kansas City a week ago, but they are out in front right now. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Second and 16. Now left side on the swing pass. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one. But sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe buried at his feet. Make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver. No grounding, nothing like that. But no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
Middle of the field to Jefferson. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
The Jets on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Patriots ready to get the football back. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 2nd and 9 now. Dumps it off to Fournette. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now Leonard Fournette. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. 2nd down at 5. They're going to look to throw. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. After the penalty, it's Fournette. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And what would you say? Is it the offensive line that has caused a lot of this pressure to get back there?
That's always the first place that you have to look to see what's going on. But part of it is so difficult to simulate this type of pass rush in practice because the speed, the ferocity, the quickness, some of the change-ups and how they get at the quarterback that you may not have seen on film. All that is different. You can practice it as much as you want to. You can even insert smaller, faster guys in positions that show that the speed's going to be quicker. But until the whistle blows and you play for real, it's just not the same.
And not as easy to implement on game day. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. He'll look to throw. Open man is Denzel Mims. 7 yards to pick up there. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Pass incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Back to throw again. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. New England's offense set to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. John Franklin Myers able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
Well, all right, just call the call. We're going to play it. Come on now.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And they'll try to run the option here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Patriots send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And the half will begin with a touchback. With the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
A shotgun give to Fournette. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Again, he'll drop to throw. The quick slant caught. And the Patriots are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
They had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So the lead extended. I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I
I got some good music to put to that. I could have a good country hit. I like the way you express yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you say, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, it makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And a bounce back here for him after a slow start. And sometimes that's how it goes with tight ends. Those catches in their games, they can go in waves at that position.
And you get so locked into stopping them that you think, okay, hey, look at that. We've got it. We've held them down. And the best ones, you really don't hold down for an entire game. They're going to get their catches. Your job is to keep them from being big-time catches that break you down totally.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. He goes right back to Jefferson, and this one complete. And he's brought down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Back to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll go to Barkley again, and he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
There's a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they'd struggled throughout this one.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Left side caught by Diggs. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Is going to be incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it again with Fournette. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. John Franklin Myers picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this out past the 25. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Working with his 2nd and 4. They'll set up a throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Second and 4. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 conversion and 8 tries, not good. This is 3rd and 4. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw here. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And that's going to be incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Again, it's Fournette. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Fournette, a first down carry, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Unbelievable.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They run once more with Stevenson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
It's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And Diggs has it. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Good bounce-back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realizes there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for New England, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year, and they'll get another.
Today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders taking on Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Miami Dolphins. Again, everyone, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Game offense.
It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Handoff comes to Montgomery. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. Carr. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Carr. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. To throw his Carr.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Here's Carr to throw. He gets it to Cooks. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they're working inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. On the handoff, Connor. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. This is Connor running right. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. Carr going to throw. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be third down. From the gun, it's Carr. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Brandon Jones able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up fourth down. So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the Raiders pick it up. There he goes, right side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground here. It's Sanders. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Second down, back to Sanders. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Tua. And incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So pass interference the call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Tua to throw again. He's got long over the middle, complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. On play action, here's Tua. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that first quarter and come back with their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball, and now it's back to a 10-3 game.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 36, Carr. A very quick pass to Ridley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. On second down, Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Carr now on first down. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. A gain of 6 there on first. On second down now. It's Montgomery, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On first and 10 is Connor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Now Montgomery. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Throwing on second and 14. Carr got his man complete over the middle. That's Edwards. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Throwing his Carr on third down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. The kick by Carlson is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here?
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And once again, this is Sanders. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Now a dump off here complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
From the 29, Tua throwing the out route and complete. It's long. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Parker. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Tua. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game, it's been the play of Derek Carr that's led the way. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They lost last week. Actually, not only did they lose, they were shut out, but they've got the lead here right now. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Tua going to throw. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
He wants it all for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up. It's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On play action, now Carr. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Dolphins offense returning to the field.
They coming off a touchdown drive. The last time they had the ball, that cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Tua's throw taken in by Long here.
That catch good for only a couple. Throwing again on second down.
Tua. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Open receiver here, complete. It's Parker. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this is going to be incomplete. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Tua sets up to pass it. His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run. Anderson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, that he opted for the touchback. Las Vegas' offense back out there, ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down, it's Montgomery. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
Again, Anderson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. He'll get this complete to his running back, Bowden. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on second down. Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Well, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. A dump off to Anderson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now Tua. That throw complete to his tight end long. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He goes underneath for Anderson. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Anderson. He's got it on the draw. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Sanders on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Throwing to start the drive. Carr throwing the out route incomplete. That's Edwards. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. To throw, it's Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. This one swung out to Montgomery. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. To throw his Carr. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Now Carr again. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller there to make the grab. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it winds up at 6 points for the Raiders. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Hauled in by Anderson left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Here's Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Tua to throw again. Looking for Parker again, and this time he's got it. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he gets it down to the 32. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
A give. This is Montgomery. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And is that Gronkowski the one slow to get up? Yes. Gronk still down right now.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Carr to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley.
And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Las Vegas,
they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Today, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. San Francisco 49ers taking on the Tennessee Titans.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Titans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 4th down now after a loss of 2. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3 and out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, where was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that and fast.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. Henry with a run on 1st down, but he's not going anywhere as they'll get to him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here. Into the secondary past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. They go play action here on 1st down. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he's brought down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now back to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll drop to throw. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
Now a throw here, hauled in. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Back to throw here. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Javon Kinlaw in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards. And that also leads to 4th down. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Seibert's kick is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the left side. Mitchell. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side. Mitchell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will be taken at the 13. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. After one on EA Sports. A first down carry for Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's a handoff out of the gun. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. High throw, but he makes the catch. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. DJ Jones. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
A check down here for Henry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
They're the 49ers getting set to trot out there. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a give right side. It's Mitchell. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Mitchell finding some room at midfield, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Lance. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Lance. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
On 1st down, Mitchell. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And Lance now to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. On 2nd down now, it's Mitchell. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Well, a man open down the middle of the field and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back to throw now on 1st down. And Reed with it over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw again. And he whips that one incomplete there. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get that complete to Reed. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Catch is made by Metcalf. Touchdown, Titans. DK Metcalf, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. Officially nothing on that one, no gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. Last week they got the victory against the Colts, so they lead this one as well as they begin things here 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up third down. They got the ball to the outer third of the field, but they could not seal that edge and lost yardage.
And I love how you brought that up because sealing the edge is often a function of the offensive tackle on the line of scrimmage, oftentimes a tight end, maybe your H-back, someone to set the edge at the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to get to. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll go underneath here to Evans. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On now is the Titans punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance on the move to his left. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
chance now on first down.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Lance. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Tennessee offense set to go again.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
They'll go again here with Evans.
And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
On 2nd down, Evans looking for space.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On now is the Titans punter, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Lance. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. 7 yards the pick up there.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
On second down, it's Mitchell, and he's able to get up here to the 26. 44 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Lance looking to throw it. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 38, Lance completes it to the tight end Kittle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it. Sermon. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. Rolling to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the third sack of the game for them.
And around the sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. We're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
On 2nd down, a run with Evans. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle by Eric Armstead. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 28. And the Niners are right back in this football game. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. Going for a right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And Lance going to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Now Lance. This one caught by Kittle. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. Off of play action, here's Lance. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 19. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Yards remain on 2nd down. To throw, it's Lance. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what?